What's up, 7th grade? How you guys doing? All right, it's been a little bit since we had a video. So we did some complementary angles, we did some supplementary angles. You guys are doing good on those. And we know that these are complementary angles because they add to 90, right? They make a right angle. We know that these are supplementary angles and that these add to 180, right? Okay, because they make a straight line. A straight angle is 180 degrees. So we've been writing equations for these too. So for example, I said this angle was x and this one was 47. My equation would just be x plus 47 equals the whole thing, which is 90. And I like to put the variable first, it just makes it neater, okay? So maybe I said this is y and this is 63. My equation would just be y plus 63 equals 180, because this one's a straight angle, right? So the equations are pretty easy to make. Once you solve the equations, it finds your missing angle. So for example, if I subtract 63, those cancel out, and I get y equals, I forgot to draw my line. $117, right? And if I add those up, they should equal 180, and they do. Okay? Same with this one. Draw my line, subtract 47. This one is x is 43, right? And those two should add to 90. So we've been doing these for a while. Pretty easy stuff. Complementary angles add to 90, supplementary add to 180. That's all there is to it. And then writing our equations was the important part that we've been working on for the last couple days. And the reason we've been doing equations for these is because of the ones I'm about to show you. So some of them will give you a right angle. And it may not tell you any of the angles. All it tells you is that this angle is x, and this one is x plus 4 more. So that's just saying this angle is 4 bigger than this one. But we know something by looking at this little square here. We know this is a right angle, and that these are complementary angles, so they have to add to 90. So writing the equations for these is pretty easy. You guys already know how to do two-step equations. So we're just going to write two-step equations, all right? So like I said, I like to do the variables first. So I have a 1x here and 1x here. Well, how many x's is that all together? 1x and 1x is 2x, right? So there's 2 x's. And then what other numbers do we have left? I just have a 4. Okay, so we write our equation. We know it equals 90 because it's complementary, all right? So it looks difficult, but just do your variables first. There's 2 x's, and then what's left? A 4. And we know it equals 90. So then we just solve it, add and subtract first, right? Those are gone. And we divide by 2. You guys have done a million of these. You guys know these back and forth, no problem. We get x is 43. So, oh, we've got 43, we're done, right? No, we're not done yet. We still don't know the angles. So if it says x is 43, well, this is the angle that's x. So this must be the 43. Now there's a whole bunch of ways we can find the other angle. I could do 90 minus 43 and get this one. Or I could put the 43 in for x, because it says x is 43. I could put a 43 here, and 43 plus 4 is 47. Now we have our 2 angles. All right, so it looks complicated, but this is just a whole bunch of things you guys already know how to do. You already know how to do all this. It's just putting a bunch of it together to make one big problem. Okay? So copy that, hit pause, copy everything down you see, so that when you see one of these, you're gonna know how to do it. This should all be in your math notebook, by the way. So go back and pause, rewind the video if you need to, but get it all written down. All right, let's do another one. Well, I already know that this is gonna add to 180, right? I can tell just by looking at the picture. It's got a straight line. It's gonna equal 180. And I'm gonna say this one is X, and I'm gonna say this one is 2X plus 3. So we get a little bit more complicated now. So what do we do first? Well, we already figured out the main part. This is adds to 180. Then we do our variables. So this is 2x, and this is 1 more. So when you have an x with nothing by it, think of it as a 1x. So what's 2x plus 1x? 2 plus 1 is 3, so I have 3x. And then what other numbers are left over? Okay, so we added our x's together, then we have a 3 left. And we solve it. Okay, divide by 3, right? Those cancel out, those cancel out. X is 59. Well, am I done yet? No. This was an X. So if this is X is 59, there's my X, that means this angle is 59. Now the easiest way to find the other one would just do 180 minus 59, right? Or I could do 2 times X, which we now know that X is 59, plus 3. So I could do that, or I could say 180 minus 59. Either way, we're going to get the same answer. So 59 plus 59 is 118, plus 3 more is 121. Or 180 minus 59. Either way, you're going to get 121. Okay? So do these add to 180? They sure do. We found both our angles. We know what they add up to. All right, so that's kind of all there is to today. I don't think I'm going to put the 2x ones in there. Seems too complicated, but for later. But we'll probably stick with 1x in each one. All right, let's look at one more. Uh-oh, an upside down angle. But it's got that little square in it, so we know it adds to 90, right? So I'm going to do a little bit different. We'll say this is x. I'm going to say this is x minus 6. So that means this angle is 6 smaller than this one. Well, what do? We got to make an equation. We know because of this, it's a right angle. We know it adds 90. Do our variables first. X and x. I have 2 x's here. 2x. And we have a minus 6. Don't forget to put minus 6 and not plus 6 if you see a minus up there, okay? That's our equation. 2x and negative 6 equals 90. And you guys know how to solve these. Sixes cancel out. What's left over here? 2x equals 90 plus 6 is 96. Divide by 2, right? Now the 2's cancel out. And I get what? 48. X is 48. Well, am I done? No, I still don't know my 2 angles. So, but it says that x is 48, right? X equals 48. Here's x, that means that's 48. Here's another x, so that's 48 minus 6. What's 48 minus 6? Oh, it's 42. Okay, so this one's 48 degrees, this one's 42 degrees. Or we could just do 90 minus 48 will give us 42. Either way. All right, so that's all there is to today. I'm going to give you guys some of these to try. And hopefully we do good on them. Smelly markers, I like it. Smells like blueberries. I haven't seen these in a while. I don't think you guys can smell it, but can you smell through a computer screen? No. Love the smelly markers. All right, bye 7th grade. You guys have a good day.